Sometimes I can feel my heartbeat through my eyes. It's real. That's real.
Just be popping in them balls, in my balls.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just stare, and everything will just kind of like.
When
Well,
I
it's
stare, I start getting acid flashbacks. If I stare at a wall too
Jesus.
long, shit starts fucking.
It's been 4 years since the last Midwest Pit episode. Did you know that?
That's unbelievable, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that old internet just would not upload anything.
Bro took a hiatus from the old net.
And now we're on cellular, basically.
Ridiculous.
Which sucks because this is so funny to me. The wired internet was better specifically just for fighting games. But
Yeah,
but everything else is so much better on this new internet except for fighting games.
yeah, I've kind of been having that problem with my internet as well. I use a power line adapter or whatever, so the Wi-Fi is running through the power lines, but it's also just, I think, a download speed or upload speed thing. Because
Yeah.
at my old place, it used to just be no problem at all, but now I kind of be feeling you.
It's just so weird because the when my internet was the best it could be when it was wired, my ping or my MS or whatever
Yeah,
would be the lowest would be like 60, and I could get like between 60 and 70 for like most East Coast people. But and that was with 5 megabytes or megabit, whatever,
yeah.
upload. And no, I think that was download, while upload was like less than a megabyte. But
And now your upload's super high, right?
yeah,
And
it's
it
like
still sucks.
it's like 200. But like
Yeah,
the the thing about fighting games now is I'm always in between 100 to like 160 ms,
that's insane.
which is it's weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
That doesn't make sense, but that's like unplayable almost.
Well, to me it's fine because rollback works, and then it just feels fine to me.
Like at my old place, my MS would literally be like one.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Well, maybe one day I can get it.
Yeah, I need that good internet too. I've been thinking about switching, but
Yeah. So what's up? What have you been up to?
oh, not a whole lot. Other than this trip I just did to Kentucky, I've really not done anything for the past 2 years.
Hmm.
Been working.
Yeah. What'd
Now
you
it
do when
goes,
you were
but-
over there?
Oh man, a whole bunch. It was fun. What do you want me to do? You want me to just go day by day?
Yeah, whatever.
I was there from Thursday, March 21st to Sunday, March 24th. I went to go to LD Triple B Fest 2024.
What's that?
So it is a festival of hardcore bands and stuff that's been around for a few years now called LDB. It's booked by this guy, Tyler, from this band Inclination from Louisville. And it's a lot of adjacent bands from Louisville and hardcore bands and stuff. Like, there's this band Knocked Loose, obviously, is a really big hardcore band, and they played last year, and it's in their hometown, so it's like, it's like a stable thing. They didn't play this year, but the guy from Knocked Loose, Isaac Hale, is in like 5 bands, so that's why.
Huh.
It's
Wow.
like every other one of their bands played. So,
Oh,
like, there was a day that he played 3 sets.
damn.
Like he just stayed on stage and just like played 3 sets. It was, I think they actually were in a row.
Wow.
It was nuts. But yep. So it's this thing. It's called Life and Death Brigade, put on by Tyler of Inclination and Sam Yarmouth from Triple B Records. Just a bunch of hardcore guys that are real cool. And last year, like I said, it was really big. I wanted to go last year, and I missed out. And this year, the lineup got announced probably in December.
Oh.
And I saw, how good it was. Well, actually, the lineup didn't get announced in December. The fucking fest name got announced in December. And just them announcing the festival name this year being not LDB, LD Triple B, because it's in a collaboration with this record label, Triple B Records.
Oh.
That's like my favorite record label right now. So I was immediately just sold, like, okay, I'm keeping my eyes out and I'm going to this pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it was really exciting back then when they announced it. I got, pretty hype and was planning on getting a ticket. And then the lineup came out and it was literally every hardcore band I've ever loved or liked or ever wanted to see or, possibly ever. So I bought my ticket the first day they came out and started making plans and stuff. And then about 3 weeks ago, they announced that this band that was playing called MS Paint couldn't play anymore.
Aw.
And they're like a cool, like kind of avant-garde, like punk band. Not really for me, but they're cool. Like they're just like punk kids, so I fuck with them. But I wasn't like upset, per se that they weren't gonna be on it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a pre-show for this festival that would have been on my birthday on the 21st, and I missed it because
Aw.
it sold out immediately.
Damn.
Because it was at a very small venue and it was headlined by this band called Sanction. And Sanction has like not been a thing. They're like don't play shows. They've been on hiatus for however long, and
Huh.
they've literally been one of my favorite bands since high school. Like, love that shit. So when they got announced that they were playing the fest, I could not believe it because the sold out pre-show they got announced and I was so bummed I couldn't see them. And then that band dropped and they announced Sanction and Hands of God got added. So it was literally just like, here's this band that you don't know but you would have enjoyed to see is not dropping or not coming anymore. And now you get to see two of your favorite bands. So it's like, it was insane.
Yeah. Right on. Right on.
So yeah, I went Thursday the 21st. I drove 5.5 hours
Wow.
from where I live in Michigan to Louisville, Kentucky. And I got there at about 5 o'clock and checked in and shit and went and checked out the venue. The venue is really close to my hotel, so I got all ready to go drive and go, let's see this downtown Louisville, like traffic and shit. And it was not anywhere near there. It was like 500 feet from my hotel. I literally walked. I was like, this is amazing.
Wow. Hell yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it literally couldn't have been better. So I went and checked it out, and then I was there about 7 or 8 that night, and I went around and I went to this record store first. Let me see what it's called. Not that anybody can. But I can. It was called Guest Room Records. It was pretty good. They had a lot of stuff there. It was a little overwhelming. I tried my hardest to like look for shit, but there was just so much stuff. Like it just got overwhelming. So it was really hard to actually try to look for pieces.
Yeah.
I found some cool records. Then I went to get some food and a burr. I got a place called Toasties. It was damn good, dude. It was a bunch of hipsters. It was cool. I recognized some people that were working at the restaurant at LDB the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were all going. They had flyers up in the restaurant. It was really cool.
Huh.
So went there, got some food. It was pretty good. Their burger was really fucking good, but like kind of like different. It's like it had like almost like some like tartar sauce or some shit on it. I don't know, bro. It was like this weird kind of different sauce.
It's built different.
It was definitely different. Like you see some like white sauce in a burger.
Yeah.
That's kind of like daunting to me. It's kind of like
What is this?
Yeah, like what like I don't there's a lot of different palates that could
Yeah.
like be. So I was like kind of skeptical and it was pretty good, so worked out. But then um, I went back to the hotel and tried sleeping, but I couldn't. I stayed up till like 1 in the morning. It was really hard to sleep. And then I got up that next day, went to Fest, and it kicked off. Where's the lineups? Kicked off with Surfaced, and I did not see Surfaced. I was getting in line and getting in the door and getting some merch and getting a beer. So I was away, but they sounded awesome. I was standing in line. I listened to them. Never really heard them before. They played a Slipknot cover. It was fucking insane.
Huh.
I don't know, like Slipknot at 11:30 in the morning.
Dude,
Come on.
I mean, sometimes
amazing.
Slipknot will show up on my Spotify playlist while I'm fucking mopping the floors.
Like it was just very different. Like
8 a.m.
you wouldn't expect like a hardcore band or something like that. Kind of more, you know, more like DIY or like punk almost to cover something like that, like Slipknot. So it was really funny. But
Yeah.
they killed it. They played Eyeless. They killed it. It was fucking awesome. And then Balmora was next. I'm a really big fan of this band. They're like emo, fucking metalcore,
Mhm.
fucking high pitched screams just the whole time. It's literally just my favorite shit in the world. It's about the most emo fucking breakup metal, so it's just awesome. I moshed hard as fuck. I was dancing and immediately got punched in the head. So the very first set that I was moshing for, I got punched in the head hard as fuck. Literally, like, had to take a second. It was like, got my bell rung. And then they started playing, oh my god. They started playing A Final Prayer of Sanity, I think it's called. And I was moshing so fucking hard, I got kicked in the balls. It hurt so bad. It was sick. That song is awesome. So I always told myself I was going to try not to mosh super hard for every fucking band, but it was really hard not to. Yeah, they played an Angel's Final Prayer. I literally lost my mind. Kicked in the nuts. Hurt. Hold My Own played next. I went back to the hotel because I got kicked in the balls. So I went and sat down for a second. And yeah, I think I got food here also. I think I got one of the hot dogs from this place called Red Top.
Hot
It was pretty
dog.
fucking good. It was like a gourmet dog where it had like jalapeno relish and shit on it. It was fucking
Whoa.
crazy. It was really good.
Huh.
So I didn't see Hold My Own, but they sounded insane. They sounded really good. Everybody said that they were really good. Soul Blind played next. They're kind of like some alt shit, kind of like almost like Alice in Chains or something, or like fucking, I don't know. It was like Deftones core, like heavier. It was cool. Big Boy was next.
Big
at
Boy.
2:30. The biggest boys, dude. They're fucking awesome. That was so fun. It was the bass player is the lead singer of Tsunami. The guitar player is the bass player of Tsunami.
Oh, whoa.
The drummer is the drummer from Tsunami.
Damn.
It's like, you know, they stopped being a band in like 2020 and Tsunami like kind of rose from the ashes of that. So it's
Okay.
it's Joseph's brother is the lead vocalist of Hands of God. So
Oh.
they're like sister bands. It's really cool. They were fucking awesome. It was so sick. I came into the set late and I missed them playing Two Shots, and that's like, or Hands of God. Anyway, that was the next day. But anyway, getting out of order. Yeah, Big Boy was awesome. They're taking over. The guy kept saying, I want to see the lights, turn the lights on, you know, fucking, he had this hilarious banter. It was so funny. Like, fuck somebody up, you know. It was just awesome. It was so fun. First time seeing them, didn't even think they were still a band. Got into them in like 2020 during the pandemic. Thought that they like weren't even a band anymore when I got into them, but they came back, so that's awesome. Anxious was next. I don't know this band at all. I don't know one song of theirs. I don't know one album of theirs. I don't know anything about them. But something happened when they started playing, and everybody collectively decided that we are just having the most fun. We are stage diving. We are two-stepping. There's 40 people on stage singing along. It was crazy, dude. They had one of the best sets of the weekend. It was
Wow.
absolutely unbelievable. I don't know what happened, but everybody just was infected by their music. It was great. Awesome. I had a great time. I was diving my little ass off. One Step Closer played next. They're pretty cool, but just a little different for me.
Mm.
Pretty dope, but I didn't really get it. I don't know how to really other describe it than that. Everybody was going the fuck off. I was just kind of listening. I don't know. It was cool. They weren't bad by any means, but I just didn't really get it.
Okay.
Koyo was next. This was kind of like the emo rock block. This is literally a tour. They're literally, all three of those bands are on tour right now. Anxious, One Step Closer, and Koyo.
Huh.
And so they kind of just threw them on the card to make people, hey, afterwards they're going to be on tour. They might come to your city. Go see them. So that's cool. They played a cool set. Koyo is really big right now. They're like the biggest emo band in the scene. And I don't know many of their songs, but I had a good time. I was watching. I had a beer. It was fun.
Hell yeah.
And this is where it starts getting fucking stupid. This is where the fucking... This is where the ass beaters came the fuck out. This is where I was going off, but just kind of like push moshing and having fun all day, diving. This is where like people started like fighting each other, and shit got fucking terrifying. Because at 5:15, Sanction started playing, and dude, they are the coolest band. They have got to be the coolest fucking band, dude. I met the guy, the guitarist, Lumpy. Yep. And his real name's Andrew, so it was cool meeting him.
Aww.
And he's been in Sanction since they started. He was like the vocalist and the guitarist like started Sanction, so it was really cool to meet him. And he also has a record label now called Days. So they put out like all these different bands and shit, and I was telling him, you guys put me on to Queensway, you guys put me on all the shit, and I didn't think Sanction was a band anymore, so I was really excited to see him. I got to tell him that. It was awesome. Kind of punished him, but I don't care. Get punished. Let me tell you how much I love your band. Anyway, they fucking rip. That set was terrifying. At one point, they were playing a breakdown, and Lumpy started yelling, "Where's all the fat motherfuckers at? All the motherfuckers over 250 pounds. Get your weight up. Fuck somebody up." It was awesome.
That's sick.
And they did, too. The motherfuckers were beating the fuck out of each other. It was actually scary.
Wow.
That was one of the first shows or pits I've ever been in that was actually scary.
Damn.
Like, I seriously multiple times like walked away, like walked off to like let me get over here. Like people started diving so hard or crowd killing so hard that I literally had to be like, I want to stay right here, but I am scared.
I need some space.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking insane. They played 631, which is my favorite song by them, and right before the breakdown, I got a clip of me fucking throwing craziest spin kicks with Blood from Koyo. So he's on the fucking lower stage and I'm kicking and they're fucking, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, that was one of my favorite sets of the weekend. It was amazing.
Nice.
So next was King 9. This was a 10-year anniversary of the album Scared to Death by King 9 set.
Aw, happy anniversary.
Yep, so it was pretty fucking crazy. They messed up and didn't give them 35 minutes like they needed, so they had to cut 2 songs from the album. But hey, I ain't even gonna be lying if I said that they weren't the 2 songs I've listened to the least on that album.
Okay.
They played all the first 8 songs, I think. Yeah, they played the first 8 tracks, and then they played Intro, Art of War, and then they played Blind Eyes to close, which was. Or no, they played Intro, Blind Eyes, Art of War to close, which was fucking ignorant as fuck. Because Intro, Art of War is like one song. Like it like goes into each other.
Oh.
And the intro that they play is like this, it's like this whole thing. It's really infectious. It's like a beat down riff. Like everybody starts like jumping up and down and like doing like the arm thing. It's like a King 9, like it's like kind of like a staple,
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's beating ass hard as fuck to Intro, and then they went into Blind Eyes, and everyone kind of like chilled for a second, and then they dropped back into fucking Art of War, and that song is so heavy that everyone was like, woo, and fucking lost their shit. It was so dope. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen live, because they're like not a band. They're like barely a band. So, wild. Can't believe I got to see them play that album. I bought a special edition, 1 of 80.
Ooh.
King 9 Scared to Death 10-year anniversary press.
That's cool.
And it's in a slip, like it's in a plastic slip. So the album art is normal, the normal Scared to Death album art, but it's in a slip in the plastic that makes it look like Satisfaction is the Death of Desire by Hatebreed.
Huh.
It's literally a alternate cover. It's stylized. It says King 9, Scared to Death, but like Hatebreed. Bro.
Wow.
It's the coolest fucking shit ever.
That's cool.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'll take both of these, please. Yep. So that was fun as fuck. I went hard as fuck. I got punched in the head during King 9. It was crazy. Military Gun was next. I'm a really big fan of this band. I really love their new album, Life Under the Gun. I'm a huge fan. I mean, fuck, you have a Taco Bell commercial. You literally have stole my heart.
What?
You guys are yeah. If you ever seen the Taco Bell commercial where it's like, waste my time, waste my life, and it's like singing that song, do it faster. It's them. It's awesome. It's literally just all your friends having the best time drinking Baja Blast, crushing tacos to fucking Military Gun. Could not be the coolest, the best shit ever. So I love them. That album's awesome. It was mixed by Taylor Young from The Pit, who I love. The guy does all the hardcore music I love. Yeah, they were just a fun time. It was just a fun band, fun set. I was stage diving and dancing and shit, having fun. And then they played a Blur cover. They played that fucking song by Blur.
Oh, Blur!
Yeah. They played the one.
Song
Yeah, they played
2?
song 2. Yeah, they played song 2 by Blur. And any other band doing that, you're getting fucking laughed at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a song that played on the radio a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it awesome. Everyone was diving and fucking woo! It was
That's
sick,
awesome.
dude. It was really cool. I was like, wow, that was actually really fucking cool. Yeah, I loved it. People kind of like were tired from King 9, so at first they weren't going off super hard, and they kind of saved like the best songs for last, so everybody kind of popped off at the end. But there was still pile-ons and shit. It was cool. They got what they deserved. Like, it was still like people didn't like mass exodus and like leave right after King 9. So, yep, Military Gun, awesome. Harm's Way was next. I'm a big fan of this band, not really because of their music, but because of Bo from Hard Lore playing guitar. That podcast I love. Bo plays guitar in the band, and James, the lead singer, is this big, jacked, fucking scary man with a crazy voice. And their like writing is really crazy, so it's hard for me to just like sit down and listen to like a whole Harm's Way album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said fucking doom ba doom digga 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 doom ba, like fucking just they don't repeat riffs and shit. Like it's just a lot, but they were awesome live. Their tone and shit, they sounded like a wall of sound.
Wow.
I don't know, it was crazy. They played Terrorizer. I fucking floor punched across the stage so hard that my hands still hurt.
Damn.
That song is so good though, so hard, man. It's just fucking fucking industrial the whole time. So it's so hard not to just, lose your mind. Shit was awesome. They sounded like a wall of fucking just bass and sound. Like it was just 808s the whole time. It's crazy. Amazing. Loved it. I didn't really go too hard, but I enjoyed watching them. Pain of Truth was next. It was amazing. Pain of Truth. Wow. Are they not just the best band? Wow. It's at this point, if they don't play at a festival, somebody will be like, no Pain of Truth? What the fuck? Like, they're just the best. They came out, this shit started. The lead singer wasn't on stage, and the sample started playing the fucking ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. And ding ding ding, and they fucking started, and people literally had boxing gloves on. Like, people literally had boxing gloves on during this set. It was hilarious. Just so the most fun, guest parts out the ass. It was a who's who. People coming out doing the guest parts, having fun. Guy from Gridiron came out and did the guest part for Snake in Disguise. This is like my favorite Pain of Truth song. It's got this really cool hook. They don't really have a lot of like singy shit. Like the guy doesn't really sing a lot, but Colin Young from Twitching Tongues is on that song, Snake in Disguise, and he sings the hook, and it's really cool. Well, they had the guy from Gridiron do it, and Gridiron guy starts stepping on stage, and every time that the chorus happened, I was fucking two-step across stage. I love that shit. And I was mid-kick, like mid-air, mid-spin kick, and this motherfucker like steps down like right in front of me. And we both like stutter stepped, and I like just fell out of the air. and like fell onto my ass, and he kind of like helped me up, and then I dove off stage or whatever. But it was so funny. I'm like mid spin, I almost kicked Gridiron Man. He's fucking cool. So he like laughed about it, but it was funny, dude. That set was so much fun. It was at this point in the day, it was getting hard for me to keep like moshing and even like standing. So I was so sore, but it was amazing. So it was the best. Twitching Tongues was next. This is my favorite band ever. Twitching Tongues is the best band of all time. I literally cried. I fucking cried multiple times. It was amazing. I love Twitching Tongues so much. There was a point in time I was fucking crowd killing across stage with tears in my eyes, man. That's the best band. It was awesome. It was literally awesome. I can't say anything else about it. It was just the best.
That's awesome.
I have a video of me diving in the crowd during Preacher Man right before it turns into an actual war zone. There's fucking 40 people that crawl into each other. It was just awesome. The one thing that sucked was during World War V at the very end, Bo from Harm's Way, my dude, was going to do the vocal, and he sounded awesome, and he was killing it, and he was about to do it before the breakdown, and this girl runs on stage and takes the mic out of his hands and like ruins it and finishes it.
Rough.
And it's like cringe, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, that's great. He literally tweeted about it and was like, I know her, it's fine, or something. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can say that, that's fine, that's great, that's fine and dandy. I wanted to hear you do the fucking World War V call. This bitch ruined it. I'm pissed. Like, sorry. I was seriously shoot pissed when it happened. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
It was good, but I wish that... Because that's happened to Bo like 3 or 4 times when he's gone to do a guest vocal for like for Master Killer. When God's Hate was playing Master Killer, he like did the same thing, got it stolen from him. Pisses me off.
Damn.
Then it was Hatebreed. Hatebreed played from 9:45 till 11 o'clock. Played forever. Started with this video, like with a bunch of people thanking Hatebreed for their career. It was kind of weird, but it was also funny. Scott Vogel from Terror came on screen and everybody fucking lost their fucking mind. It was so cool. Yeah, I love that band. They were awesome. They were great, you know. They sounded pretty good live. There were some times I was a little bummed, but then they had Sean Martin come out and it sounded crazy. When they had 3 guitars, it was fucking stupid. They played Proven. It was nuts. Yeah, it was crazy. I kind of felt weird about that set because it was kind of weird that it was one of the most like scary like pits I've ever been in. People pitting hard as fuck, band members pitting hard as fuck.
Oh.
And then like the actual set, like the actual music, the actual band playing, it like kind of wasn't the best. So kind of like bummed me out, you know, but then I thought about it, I'm like, they're the biggest band ever, dude. You can't blame them for like just kind of playing a set.
Yeah.
You know, they do that. They're literally doing that every day, touring all the time. That's what their job is. So I don't know, but it was cool. Yeah, that was the first day. It was amazing. After that, I met this friend, shout out to James, at LDB. We were hanging out. It was cool, met him. We kind of hung out a little bit after the show. I'm gonna pull a pot. And then I went to this diner, Burger Girl. It was pretty good. They kind of almost fucked up my order. I had to wait a little while, but I was so tired that I kind of just slept and then like teleported me, and I didn't really care. I was like, oh, okay, it's been 40 minutes, but I don't care. Everybody around me was mad. Their food took forever. I was literally just waking up like, oh, great. Oh, it felt like nothing. While I'm standing in line at Burger Girl to order, I walk in. All the tables are full, so I just go up to the counter and I order to go. Isaac Hale from Knocked Loose just walks up to me, and I'm wearing a LDB hoodie and Twitching Tongue sweatpants, so I obviously just went from the show. And he walks up to me, and without me looking at him or saying anything, I'm just trying to not punish this man that is an idol to me because, you know, his guitar tone. There's something about his guitar tone that I've told everybody for years. That is the fucking coolest shit ever. Anyway, so I'm standing there, and I'm waiting in line, and Isaac Hale comes up to me, and he puts his hand on my shoulder and goes, "You have a good time today, bud?" And I was like,
no way.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, it's great. And he was like, hell yeah, man, it's awesome. I was like, I'm really excited to see you guys tomorrow, because he plays in this band called Weapon X.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm really excited to see you guys tomorrow with Weapon X. And he just smiled all big and real like happy. And he's like, hell yeah, bro, can't wait. And then like walked away. I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
That's awesome.
Earlier in the day, I forgot to mention this, but earlier in the day, one of the times I went back to the hotel and came back to the venue, I met Jimmy Edgman from Detroit, who's putting on Tied Down. So I got to meet him and talk to him completely candidly, because I didn't know it was Jimmy from Edgman.
Huh.
And then I went to the merch table, and he was the nicest guy ever. Like, we just talked about wrestling. It was really cool. And I went to the merch table later, and he was at the Edgman merch, and I was like, wait, are you Jimmy from Edgman? And he's like, yeah. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I didn't even realize that earlier, and you were so nice to me. Like, thank you. And Mac from Cosmic Joke at the Twitching Tongues table, he was like, this is like the nicest guy ever. And I was like, it seems like you all are. Like, what the fuck? And he was just like, oh, well, thanks. Like, super nice. It was so cool.
Oh, that's cute.
So I got to tell him that I'm coming to Tied Down, and I was like really excited to be like, you know, thank you for putting on a festival in Detroit. Thank you for doing hardcore music close to where I live, you know. Yeah, so that was awesome. Burger Girl was great. I went home, slept, woke up at 10:40. First doors started at 11. I was so tired and hard to get me out of bed the second day. It was fucking, my ass was beat. So I went directly to Waffle House, ate some fucking amazing Waffle House, changed my life. There's nothing better than Waffle House, dude. You can't convince me otherwise. Sorry about that. So yeah, speaking of Arnold Palmer, we were talking about during the break. There was a Monster booth at the fest, sponsored by Monster, right? The Monster like Baja racing truck, you know, the one that you'll see at like events and stuff, was there. It was so cool. So they had a booth that was free Monster all weekend.
What? Hold on. What?
Swear to God, bro.
Damn.
I seriously drank like 6 rehabs on
Shit.
Saturday. Because they have a new rehab. They changed the shit. They updated it. And it's an Arnold Palmer with fucking caffeine.
Oh.
So you get 60 milligrams of caffeine, and you get a little bit of a refreshing Arnold Palmer. Dude, I was slamming those. I was literally just slamming beers and rehabs all weekend. It was amazing.
Wow. Do Arnold Palmers not have caffeine in them?
Well, if they do, it's from the tea, and it's negligible. No, I don't think they might say it on the can because they're required to, but it's not like, you know, Monster, that's just got like 60, 70 milligrams, I think. It's like drinking half a Ultra Zero. Pretty good. But yeah, Isaac from that night, Monster, what else? So that morning I got up, well, I guess I didn't really talk about the merch I got. I got a lot of stuff.
What'd you get?
I got those albums I talked about. I got I got the King 9 alternate press. I got the Pain of Truth Not Through Blood alternate press that looks like Perseverance by Hatebreed. It's amazing. Like, they released both of those as kind of like a gimmick, so I bought both. And then I got Snuffed on Sight's album on CD. I really love that band. Bay Area dummy death metal. Retard fight metal. So, yep, it's my shit. And I got the LDB hoodie. It's all embroidered and stuff. It's real cool. I got the Twitching Tongue sweatpants. Got a bunch of stuff. I spent way too much money, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Waffle House Saturday. I went to the fest. I got a little bit more stuff, like a little bit more merch, because some of it wasn't set up the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was waking up to go to Waffle House, actually, I think I'd already gone and ate, and I think I was going to the fest now. Or maybe I was walking downstairs to smoke. And I walk out to my hotel elevator, and Fat Bill from Neverending Game just walks up next to me. And they're Detroit legends at this point. And Mikey the guitarist, and Mike Petrosky, the lead vocalist, just walk up next to me, all waiting for the elevator. And I'm just like, what the fuck's happening? And I, didn't want to punish them. I didn't want to be weird, but I started telling Bill, I was like, he was like, I'm wearing the shit I was when Isaac, recognized it, so, like, they know it's from the fest. And he was like, you have a good time yesterday, bro? I was like, yeah, man, it was great. I said, I'm just real tired. And they all laughed. And I said, I'm really excited to see you guys, dude. I can't wait. And he's like, thanks, man. And he's also in this band Gridiron. And that was probably one of the sets I went off the most during all weekend. So I told him, I was like, dude, I'm really excited to see this Gridiron shit. Like, it's been on repeat. Like, I love it. And he dapped me up again. He's like, thanks, man. I asked him, I'm like, do you guys drive here or do you fly? Because I know they're from Michigan. And they're like, we drove. I was like, yeah, man, me too. I'm from, Kalamazoo. And they're like, holy shit, no way. And once I said that, they all got, like, way more chill. Like, Mikey and Mike Petrosky, the vocalist, like, all dapped me up and shit. And were, like, asking me how my drive was. And really cool. And so they start joking about this hat. They have this big ass Mikey, the guitarist, has this big ass like flat bill on, like a Detroit Lions like flat bill. It's like comically large, like a novelty style hat. And I'm like, listen to them like chop it up about it. And Bill's like, dude, we need to like, because he was like, I hope the company that makes them sees me playing in it and like hits us up. And Bill was like, we need to get him with the NEG logo. And I literally like said that at the same time as him. So we all started like laughing, and shit. And I was like, that'd be so fucking hard. And the elevator comes, they get on. And I was like, I'll just wait for the next one, y'all, because they both had guitars and shit. And they were like, no, you're good. Just get on. I was like, all right, bet. And 3 random people get on the elevator after us.
Damn.
One floor, right? So we're all packed in there. I literally had to like slide up on the wall right next to Mikey Poems from Neverending Game. I was losing my fucking mind. I'm like, what is happening? And we get out, and I was like, y'all have a good one. And they were like, you too, man. And it's like, what the fuck just happened? So I go smoke, and then, go change and shit. And I go back to the fest. I watch a couple bands. This happened later in the day, but I'll get back to the set list in a second. But I watched a couple bands, and I go to the merch table because I wanted to get some Neverending Game stuff. I love them. And I walk up to the table, and I was like, hey, man, what's up? And Bill's like, what's up, man, from the merch table, or from the elevator to the merch table. I was like, dude, what the hell? What is happening? And I was like, it, dude. I had to come support. And I, like, picked out a shirt, and I picked out this hat. And when I pointed to this hat, I was like, can I get that in the XL, $200 fucking novelty hat? And him and Mikey just, like, looked at each other. And then they remembered what I was talking about, and they started dying fucking laughing. And they, like, dapped me up, dude. They were like, we will have them for you next time, I promise. And I was like, I'm holding you to it. Like, I need that. I'm going to get one. Like, it was so fucking cool. I got to tell them I was going to Tie Down in Detroit. So I was like, I'll see y'all there. I'm really excited. They were pumped as fuck. It was so cool, dude. They're the best. They're the best guys. They're literally the nicest people ever. Yep. Highlight of my weekend. Cool as shit.
Nice.
So then I got to the fest late after my Waffle House. Went and got stoned, went and got to the fest. Fucking tried to get merch. There was Sanguisugabog merch, which is this death metal band that's super popular right now. Mm-hmm. And the whole merch room was full with their line. I mean, you cannot make this up.
It was just...
their line.
Wow.
Like, their line wrapped around, like, 3 fucking times.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... I've never seen anything like it. For a t-shirt.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy. The whole fucking festival seemed like one of their merch. It was nuts. Good for them. They probably made a killing. So Heads Will Roll started. I didn't see them. I was finishing my Waffle House. I went and I caught the last 2 songs of Scarab set, and they were really good. Scarab played next. I'm gonna have to check that band out. They played Squeeze. I got to see them play Squeeze, so I was very happy. That's the one song by them I know, and it's got this crazy breakdown, so it was sick. Apex Predator was next. Arguably one of the sets of the weekend. This was crazy. This guy, I don't know him. I don't know this band. I don't know. This guy has a crazy stage presence. Motherfucker came out In a 20-minute period, he probably threw 30 bottles of water. I mean, it was crazy. He had a Majin Buu like sweater on when he came out. That was hard as fucking bricks. And I was like, this is one of my new favorite bands. Like, it was sick. They ripped. Missing Link was next. I think I dipped and got merch because the line got shorter. Yeah, because I saw Two Witnesses finish playing. Yep. So Missing Link, I didn't see them. Heard it was great. Sorry. Two Witnesses, I went and watched just to make sure I wouldn't miss Inclination. It's one of my favorite bands ever, and I went and watched and I was like, damn, I didn't realize Isaac was in this band too. And it was crazy, you know. He was playing, doing his thing. I'm like, goddamn, what a man. Two Witnesses was cool. I don't really know their shit, but real fast, just fucking, just fucking the whole time. Sick. Yep. Then Inclination was next. This is the first set of the weekend where I actually started like I can crowd kill people. Like I can kill people. I'm going hard. This is where I started like punching the fucking front row and having fun. It was nuts. I think this is where I pulled something in my shoulder.
Oh.
It's so fucked up. It hurts so bad.
Damn. I'll feel better soon.
Thanks.
Get a
I knew what I was
massage.
getting into. Yeah, dude. I knew what I was getting into, but I just went way too hard. It was hard not to. They played When Fear Turns to Confidence, and I literally was just punching motherfuckers across the stage. Like, I don't know. It was hard not to. This song is amazing. So that was so much fun. Dude, Tyler, the lead singer of Inclination, what a god. What a mosh legend. What a fucking man. Like, I don't even know. He, very first day, third band, broke his nose.
Damn.
Gushing fucking blood.
Ugh.
Walking around, hugging people with a broken nose. Swear to God, 20 minutes later was back in the pit.
Wow.
His girlfriend is one of the people who works at the show, and she posted that, like, his mosh statistics were like he went hard for like 32 out of the 41 bands that played. What the fuck? How do you even do that?
Wow.
They were talking about it on Hard Lore. They said that Tyler and Isaac both were sad that they had to play the second day. They didn't want to play the second day. They wanted to play the first day because they were like, what if I hurt myself during Hatebreed? What if I get hurt during Hatebreed and can't play? What the fuck are these madmen? But when Inclination started, Tyler walked out of the front row where he had been moshing all day and grabbed the microphone and said, I think what Aaron Bushnell did was brave. We're going to play a cover. And I don't think anything has fucking, like, made me have chills harder than that shit. It was crazy. They played a Hope Conspiracy cover, and it was amazing. I just don't even know. It was the fucking hardest shit of all time. No words, no nothing. Just says that and starts playing. It was sick. Oh my, that was awesome. Hands of God was next. I hurt super fucking bad. I had to go back to the hotel and, you know, take a break for a second. So I missed 2 shots. Sucked. Came back, saw the ends of their set, saw them play fucking No Mercy, the one. It was amazing. Yeah, they were good. They're good as fuck. Weapon X was next. X Weapon X. One of the fucking craziest things I have ever seen with my own eyes was this set. I don't even know. Straight edge kids are different, bro. That's all I can say. They're built differently. Inclination's a straight edge band too, but I don't ever think about their lyrics like that. Like, they have overtly straight edge lyrics, but they're also talking about, like, real life things with, like, you know, politicians and fucking government shit and, you know, just the climate of our country, just other things besides just I don't do drugs, you know? Well, Weapon X is overtly straight edge, like, just comically. And everyone loves it. Like, I can't even lie, it's infectious, you know? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't do anything that's not natural. You know, I don't do anything that isn't natural. So I can totally agree with the message of like not poisoning yourself and doing all that fucking bullshit that's created by society, rots your fucking brain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I can totally get the message. I love that shit. But Weapon X, dude, that shit went crazy. They played the Weapon X intro at the beginning. It was amazing. And then they played the Weapon X intro to close the set, too. And it was fucking crazy. It was amazing. Gates to Hell was next. I ain't even gonna lie, I went and got a beer. I sat back and just watched them and nodded. Because they're some crazy-ass Louisville death metal. They're fucking amazing. Trey Garris is Brian Garris from Knocked Loose's brother, and he plays drums in the band, so it was awesome. During Inclination, Brian Garris came out and did a guest vocal, the guy from Knocked Loose. And he did the Knocked Loose voice and shit, and it was crazy. And there's a picture of me where I'm the only person in the crowd with my arms just straight up.
I saw that.
And a shit-eating grin, like a little fucking dumbass, because Brian Garris came out and did the voice. And while I was popping my little tits off for that, because the arguably, you know, coolest metal front vocalist came out and did that shit, everyone's like looking at me. Like everyone's like, you know, there's people next to me, they're like, give me side eyes and shit. I'm sorry, but y'all motherfuckers need to learn how to have fun. Y'all need to, it's okay. It will be okay. Enjoy something. Enjoy, lose yourself in a moment and have fun. I promise you'll be happier afterwards. I was. It was great. I cannot stand going to shows and singing along or popping off and having motherfuckers give side eyes and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you here for?
Yeah.
What are you here for? I'll always be taken back to a time when we saw Wicca Phase and Angel Dust in the Hoosier Dome in 2019. And it was probably 150 people.
Oh,
you know, It's in a room. And Wicca Phase came on, and we were singing our asses off. Me and Peyton and Joanna and because we love them. And we're, you know, all singing. And there was people, like, obviously looking at us and staring at us. I'm sorry. Don't go to fucking shows. Don't leave your fucking house.
Yeah.
Like, shit just pisses me off to no end. Anyways, so, yeah, that was amazing. I have a picture of me in the same frame as Brian Garris from Knocked Loose, where I'm losing my mind. Love it. It's awesome. Yeah, Weapon X, Gates to Hell. Gates to Hell was great. They sounded amazing. They're just a little crazy for me. Trey Garris plays in that band. He's so good at drums. Yeah, awesome. Gridiron was next. This was probably maybe my favorite set of the weekend. This was the most fucking fun ever, dude. This Gridiron shit is like ignorant. It's like rap, but like metal, you know, like hardcore. It's fucking awesome. It's very like, it's hard to describe. It's very like Call of Duty lobby hardcore.
Yep.
Like the most hilarious shit. Like well, I'll just tell the story. I was gonna talk about the lyric, but I said this on stage with the guy, like, I love this bar because I'm from Michigan, and he has like people that live here, you know, that write the music and stuff, so it's mostly Michigan guys, but he's from Pennsylvania, and the town he's in Pennsylvania is called Boyertown, and it's like 300 people. So this room that he's playing, you know, has more people than his hometown.
Wow.
And it's like hilarious, you know, that there's a bar where he says from PA to the D, Grand Rapids to Boyertown, and it's like hilarious. And he says, when shit hitting the fan, you go to Lawyer Town. Like, they're just comical. Like, I love it. So I got to eat the mic and say that on stage with dude, and I got some cool ass pictures of me going off during that set. Mid spin kick, mid floor punch. It was amazing. Had so much fun. Probably my favorite album from 2022. So seeing them and going off hard as fuck was amazing. Right on. And then the Bog was next. Sanguisuga Bog.
The Bog?
Yeah, brother. Sanguisuga Bog. One of the arguably biggest bands that was here at the festival. I mean, they're giant right now. So, if you've ever heard the meme with the metal song where it's like, Jun, 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 Jun. That's literally that. It's the most amazing shit you'll ever hear. They played it too. It was great. They have this thing they do called Murder Ball.
Murder Ball?
Yep, they give out a football at the beginning of a song, and they say, whoever holds on to this football to the end of this song, you can come to our merch table at the end of the show. You get anything you want for free.
Wow.
And this like 6'5", 240-pound fucking Samoan dude just plowed through everybody and won easily.
Wow.
It was hilarious. The security was not having it, dude. They did not like that was a thing. They were sketch. They were like, should we let this happen? What is happening? Like, at the very end of the song, like 10 people piled on the stage to try and take it from him, at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And he just beat them all.
Damn.
Just stood victorious.
Wow.
I mean, it was comical. It was hilarious. And then at the end, dude, Devin from Bog, he goes, that guy just killed 20 people for a Gildan t-shirt. And they played the only two songs I really know by them, like, actually are fucking Necrosexual Deviant, and then the other one I can't remember what it's called. But when they played Necrosexual Deviant, he went dead as shit. The other one, he played Necrosexual, and he goes, "This song's about fucking dead bodies, cause that's what I like to do. No cute shit." Oh my god, amazing! I couldn't stop laughing. And that was another time when people are looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. What are you here for? Fucking motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Angel Dust was next. It was comical because you have somebody that's literally making toilet noises going in this Angel Dust, which is like the happiest music ever. And he kept saying, he was like, it goes without saying, we're not a fucking hardcore band. We're a death metal band that started playing in a basement, and we still fucking play in that basement. And then after they played that song, they were like, who's ready to see Angel Dust? And people cheered, and he was like, y'all better go the fuck off. Y'all better have fun. Like, he knows, like, it's different, but people are still going to crowd kill and shit. And they did. It was amazing. Angel Dust was one of my favorite sets of the weekend. They sound so great. Like I said, I saw them in 2019 in the Hoosier Dome, Peyton, and Wick Phase and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. Seeing them, like, level up from how they were back then to this newest album of theirs is actually amazing.
Wow.
It's really cool, man. Makes me happy. So I got to run on stage and sing with Justice, and Justice is in Trapped Under Ice, which is like the fucking biggest hardcore band ever, like the coolest hardcore band ever. There's no one cooler than Trapped Under Ice at all, ever. And he's like just an idol of mine, like he's the GOAT. I love him. So, like, going on stage and putting my arm around him and singing Space Jam, fucking sick. Like, it's amazing. Loved it. So much fun, man. Stage diving the whole time. It was great. Kept jumping. Had a bunch of fun. Never Ending Game. Next. And I really don't even have the words to describe what it was like seeing them. I don't know. I didn't really mosh or anything. I was just frozen pretty much the whole time.
Wow.
They're amazing. They're my new favorite band, probably. Like Twitching Tongues and Hatebreed, love them, but my new favorite band after this fest was definitely a Never Ending Game. It was amazing. They were, I don't know, bro, they're just so tight and so good, and they got emo tracks. They're fucking big-ass, jacked fucking dudes. And it's just awesome. There was this part where they're playing one of those nights, and there's this guitar lead, and everybody in the fucking building was singing along with it. Everybody. It was like, whoa, whoa. It was amazing, dude. Like, just the most crazy shit you've ever heard. It like almost brought a tear to my eye. I was seriously frozen, like, what? What the fuck? So that was amazing. Love them. Cannot wait to fucking see them at Tied Down in their hometown. Cannot fucking wait. God damn it, I'm so excited. Mind Force was next. This was the set of the weekend. Everyone's said it. Everyone's confirmed it. This was the most injuries. This was the most pits. This was the set of the weekend. At one point, Jay from Mind Force can see that there is a trifecta of pits. And he's like, or no, I'm sorry. You can see that there's 2 pits going on. There's a pit in the back where there hasn't been all show, and there's a pit in the front where there has been all show. And he's like, we think the 2 pits is cool, but we need a trifecta of pits for this next one. And I looked out at one point and I saw 5.
Damn.
There was 3 in the front, and then there was like 1 in the back still. It got smaller, but I still count it. And then if you count the stage, the mini stage, where everyone was piling onto each other and fighting to sing Mind Force lyrics, there was 5 fucking pits during this song. How?
Wow.
How? That guy, Jay from Mind Force, has been on Hardlore and talked about they never go mosh 4. There's not a song that goes mosh 4, like, where it breaks down like 3 times, 4 times. Bro, you just went mosh 5. There was just 5 fucking pits going on. Be proud of yourself. It was scary. Again, that was one of the sets that was scary. I met Jay before the set, and I said, hey, bro, I love this band, and I love Pillars of Ivory specifically. Like, that shit is amazing. I love, like, I'm so glad to see you guys. It's my first time. And he was like, oh, really, dude? That's awesome, man. Do a stage dive for me. In the most New York fucking accent. Wow. It was so fun. I said, you got it, brother. And I certainly did. Yeah. That set was terrifying, but it was really fun. Fiddlehead played next. I do not know this band, but it is Pat Flynn from Have Heart, which is a legendary hardcore band I do know. And I didn't know that until he came out on stage, and I'm standing next to James, and I was like, who is that guy? And he was like, it's Pat from, and I was like, yeah, no shit, what, right? Like, I thought I was going crazy. And he was like, yeah, dude, you didn't know? And I was like, no. They were pretty cool, but it didn't really click for me. I'm going to have to check them out. But I pretty much just stood and watched and drank a beer. Obituary played next. This was the, like, wild band that played on the fest. Like, this is a death metal band. This is not hardcore, It's very wild that they play the fest. This would be like Cannibal Corpse playing. Very different. But man, they were awesome. I don't know them, but they sounded great. The guy can scream like a motherfucker. They had a Budweiser logo that said Obituary, America's Death Metal. And it was like stylized all like Bud. I was literally fucking saluting. I'm like, I'm here, dude. I'm here for this shit. This rocks. So, yeah. I'm a big fan. They played these 2 songs called, Chopped in Half. Chopped in Half Turned Inside Out. And it's 2 different songs, but the fucking transition between them, dude. Ooh, that shit was gnarly. And they started with Redneck Stomp, which is like this song they do. It's like a whole thing, It was really fucking cool, man. It was awesome. And then it was Tsunami. Tsunami played at the end. 9:55 to, I think 11 or so. They put a pretty long set. And people said there was like a mass exodus after Obituary. And they're like talking shit online. Nerdy fucking fans. They don't understand that I could not stand at this point when I was watching Obituary. I couldn't physically stand anymore. Like, I was sitting down with James, and we both had been watching the first probably 10 minutes of Obituary standing up. And I literally told him, I was like, dude, you can keep standing if you want, because I can't see the band because so many people piled in to watch them. Like, you couldn't sit down and still see them like you could earlier in the day. I told him, I was like, you can stand if you want, dude, but I literally physically cannot. And he was like, I'm so glad you said that, bro. And we both, like, sat down. We were both just dying, dude. It was crazy. We'd both been going pretty hard, but it was just really hard to stand for that long period of fucking time. And then Tsunami came on, and I totally forgot I couldn't stand. We went right up to the front, and we were beating ass. They played Contempt of Cop, and I was getting fucking my ass beat. I think that's where I got, like, the most bruises and shit, and I, like, tripped and fell over at one point during Tsunami. Yeah, it sucked. I had this, like, scrape my ankle from it, and it's been hurting pretty bad.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, I forgot to tell you about this, dude. Weapon X. During Weapon X, man.
Mm-hmm.
They played the intro, and I started going hard as fuck. And then they closed with the intro, and I started going hard as fuck. And it was right before the biggest pylon, like right when they all got on stage. There's a pretty big pylon on stage, so I tried jumping. It was halfway in front of the little stage, like kind of like crowd still.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran and jumped and slid through everyone.
Oh.
And I landed halfway on the mini stage with my leg, and then like on my shoulder and back
Oh.
on the ground. So people picked me up immediately 'cause they're chill, but I had this big ass bruise on my right knee, on the outside of my knee, and it's like a scrape.
Oh.
Like it's like it has a bruise with a scrape on top of it from the stage.
Man.
Yeah, that's the worst one I took all weekend. That was fucking gnarly. That shit hurt so bad. As soon as it happened, I was like, that's gonna hurt so bad. Act like it doesn't. Just don't think about it. That's gonna hurt so bad. And boy, it fucking hurt. But during Tsunami, I was getting like pushed over and shit. Like I wasn't getting hurt. It was so ignorant. People were just fucking, you were getting almost stepped on.
Damn.
It was crazy. At one point, there was so many people on stage, and Joseph was screaming in the mic. He goes, "Help me!" Because he couldn't move. It was amazing. "Help me" is fucking hilarious. Yeah, it was awesome. So the next day, the casualty report came out. There was 25 busted noses, 5 busted lips, 10 black eyes, 9 busted eyebrows, 6 busted knees. What the
Oof.
fuck is what is a busted knee?
I don't know.
3 busted ankles. That's just funny. 1 dislocated ankle. That's not funny.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's terrible.
Fuck.
10 knockouts. That's
What?
Yeah, dude. 10 ice cold KOs. I have a clip of one of them where the guy gets schlepped during Gridiron. Here it is if Pete decides to put it in. And it was insane. He's like, afterwards when they were waking up, he was literally like convulsing and shit. It was scary.
Jeez. Ugh.
He didn't know where he was. But the guy didn't mean to. I met the guy afterwards in the Gridiron jersey. He felt so fucking bad. Anybody who sees that, he felt so fucking bad. He didn't want to see it again when I showed him. So then 3 busted knuckles, 1 dislocated shoulder. That's terrible. That's just awful. It's just awful. 4 busted hands. If that's broken hands, like if that's
Ooh.
breaking a bone in your hand, that's with you for life. That's terrible.
Ah.
That would suck. 2 ambulance rides
Damn.
and 25 stitches. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That could be 1 injury though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the pits were nuts. It was crazy. There was multiple times I was like, this shit getting fucking scary. But it was sick. It was amazing. And then where'd I do Saturday night? Where'd I go? Saturday night after the fest, I went home and showered and couldn't move for multiple hours.
Wow.
And then I went to IHOP. I could barely walk. And I woke up the next day and almost was late checking out of my hotel because I literally could not fucking move.
Wow.
I like could not walk. Crazy. But it was worth it, man. It was worth every bit of it. I'm gonna have Tied Down in June. I'm gonna go a little less hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, it was amazing. It was the first real hardcore show, my first real like festival of any gathering of bands like that.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad it was a great time.
It was the only like fun vacation I've had recently because when I went to Florida, it wasn't not fun, but it was just like kind of quick. Like I was
Yeah.
literally there for like the same amount of time I was in Louisville,
Yeah.
and it was just very quick and kind of stressful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this like felt really good, especially just going by myself and just going,
Mm-hmm.
just doing my thing. It was amazing, bro.
How was the weather when you were over there?
Yeah, it was supposed to be really shitty. Like it was supposed to be okay the first day and then really cold the second day.
Mm-hmm.
And by God, if it didn't warm up and get pretty damn nice both days at one point, like I was pretty surprised. I was like, hell yeah, dude. at the end of the night, both nights when I came out of the venue, I was soaking wet with sweat, and it was like 30 degrees, so I definitely got sick.
Damn.
I'm definitely sick. Some people said they got COVID afterwards,
Oof.
or since post-COVID. Cross my fingers. But if that's what I have to do to have fun, hey, we're all gonna get shit eventually, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing. Everybody was nice. Everybody I met was super cool. Shout out to James. Shout out to the guys I met Friday and Saturday. I cannot fucking remember their names. I think they were a couple. I'm not sure. They were the nicest fucking guys. They were so cool. Cannot remember. The one guy was literally 7 foot tall.
Wow.
Cannot remember his name. So cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I went and got IHOP that Saturday night real late, and walked back into my hotel, and all the members of Tsunami were just sitting in the fucking like hotel lobby, and I was just hurting so bad I literally just looked over and just like laughed, like comically, like what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And like pretty much made like a mental picture of like, here I am walking into my hotel at 2 a.m, and there's Tsunami and Big Boy sitting right there. What the fuck? Yeah, it was amazing. And apparently Bo from Harm's Way was staying on my floor in the hotel, but I never saw him. But yep, it was really fun. It was sick. I'm really excited to go to Detroit, like I said. I'm not really excited for the travel and figuring out where to stay there, but at least it's a shorter drive.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, sir. Let's keep talking. I want to talk about more stuff and like some games and stuff.
Yeah.
But I gotta take a poop so bad really quick.
Yeah, I gotta go PP too.
Yeah, I gotta go. One sec. Hello.
Yo.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I had such a good sandwich yesterday.
That's amazing. What'd you have? What kind of sandwich?
I forget what it was called, but it was turkey and bacon. It was from Gabriel's, if you remember that place.
No, never heard of it. Lived there my whole life.
Holy shit. So, like,
Gabe's is so good.
last month, there was just this really big sandwich in the fridge. I was like, what the fuck? Like a Scooby-Doo ass sandwich. And Mom was like, oh yeah, we got that at Gabriel's. I was like, oh? And I ate it, and it was the fucking awesome.
Best shit ever.
So I got it again. I got it
That's
myself
amazing.
yesterday, and it was the best.
I've been a big fan of Jets Pizza recently.
I think I've heard of that.
Jets Detroit style pizza.
What makes it Detroit style?
So it's like thick crust
Mhm.
and like caramelized cheese and all the good shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's square,
Ah, okay.
you know? It's that good shit, bro. It's that deep dish, like that good shit. I don't know. It's hard to describe, you know? You get one of those fucking shitty Chicago style deep dish pizzas. It literally just falls apart, you know? It's ass,
Yep.
dog,
Yep.
shit. A New York slice is the best. Everyone knows a New York slice, New York style, the best.
Yep.
The classic, like, pizza.
Yep.
But if you want some shit that's like a hearty ass meal and like good,
Mhm.
like it's like Pizza Hut but not bad. Like, I'm not a fan of Pizza Hut at all.
Yeah.
But Jets is like leveled up Pizza Hut to an insane degree. They have the turbo crust. It's like Romano cheese, garlic, and butter.
Oh.
So they hit that shit on the crust, and it's all crazy, dude. Oh my god, I'm literally ordering a Jets pizza when they open in 10 minutes.
Right on.
Yep. You just solidified my craving. But yeah, what games have you been playing recently, bro?
Well, recently I just finished a game called Pseudo Regalia.
I saw you playing that. What's it about?
I don't really know. It's it's a fucking game where you play as like a, are they called jackrabbits? The fucking rabbits with antlers.
Jackalope.
Jackalopes, yeah. It's an anthropomorphic jackalope, and I skipped the intro cutscene, I think, on accident. So I don't really know what's going on, and there's like barely any NPCs that say anything of like story value. But it's a 3D Metroidvania, and it was all right. I liked it enough, but it's just one of those games where it's like, yeah, it was all right, I guess. And really,
Didn't stick with you too crazy.
no, not at all. I do like the character design, but it's just like there was one boss at the very beginning, and there was like someone there for like a split second, and then I don't think they ever showed up again. The entire like 10 hours I played it, and the only other boss is the final boss.
So it's just levels and shit. There's no bosses the whole game.
No, it's really like it's a platforming game. That's really
Yeah.
what they want you to do. And it was good enough. It's just because it was a Metroidvania and it's like open like that, and because power-ups aren't really behind big discoveries or like story events or bosses or anything like that, you can do like
They're just-
anything out of order.
Oh, really?
So what that means is one power up that I needed to beat the game, I found at the very end, literally like last night, because I didn't go into one door that I walked past every single time I was in there. And it's like I just keep seeing these fucking floating orbs everywhere that I can't do anything with. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this? And then I finally, like, I look the shit up, and it's like, oh, I missed this over here. So I do that, and it's like, okay, well, that's it. You know, every other time that those, like, black orbs were in the way, I used the other movement abilities I had to just fucking skip them. It's that sort of game.
Oh shit! Really? Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
like-
yeah. I know. I get what you mean.
Like, real big, easy sequence breaks that made me feel, like, real disoriented the whole fucking time. But it was okay, I guess.
Game designers take note.
It was only $5. Well, I think it's like 7, so it's pretty cheap. But I mean, if you like walking around, if you like seeing fat jackalope ass on your screen all the time,
Oh yeah.
then hey, go ahead and play it. Budget title.
Let's see what. Well, I just clicked on my wish list. I want 2K24.
WWE.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy that today actually.
the only reason I've ever been really interested in those is just to make my own characters.
Yeah, but this one specifically, they like took a few years off and fixed all the bugs and shit,
Yeah.
and like actually made people like good.
Those yearly releases were not treating them very well.
Oh my god, it was the state of the games were fucking comical.
Wasn't 21 like fucked up?
Yeah, it was bad. It was like unplayable out of the box. I think they actually refunded people money if you applied for it.
I think it was it might have been all 2K games, but there was one where it just like broke because because the date rolled over to a point where the game didn't recognize it.
I do remember that.
Fuck.
Remember that.
Um,
Yeah, there's something.
in
What
about
have I been playing?
what is it? Today's Thursday. In about 6 days, brand new Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising character comes out, and I have been waiting for him for 4 years.
Wow.
It's Vayne. His name's Vayne. Vane. He's a big boy. He's He's got a halberd, and he's orange, and I like him.
Hell yeah. That's a W.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I was playing the finals for a while.
What is that?
It's like a battle royale, but it's like round based, kinda. Or like objective based. You're like cashing out these vaults and stuff, and you can kinda. It's hard to describe, but you're like in an arena.
Yeah.
It's not just like you die once and you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I played Borderlands 3 for a bit, Peyton,
What?
but we stopped playing it.
What'd you think of that?
Well, we had played through the first 4 or 5 hours of it once before, but it was giving him some graphical issues on his last computer.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like glitching. There's just something wrong with it. But now runs fine. It's a lot of the same, kind of boring. Or like, not like boring per se, like in a bad way. But you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not to mention, it would be cool if it was the same thing, but it was like, the dialogue was great stuff. But like, it's kind of a joke, and then it's also like really cringe.
That's the biggest complaint I've heard about Borderlands 3 is no one can stand the fucking voice acting. Or the writing is what I meant.
The writing, yeah. Like, I mean, there's times where it starts getting tongue-in-cheek enough where I'm like, all right, I get it. It's like wrestling. I'm not supposed to like the fucking streamer, shitty fucking millennial, or I'm sorry, like Gen Z fucking,
Zoomer motherfuckers.
Yeah, antagonists, right. But it also gets to a point, like, where, same reason why we get fucking disgusted by AEW trying to get people to get heat or whatever when they're just over the fucking top like that. You get to a point where it's like, you get disgusted. You get like, go home heat. They're like, get off my screen. You're not like pissed that they're, fucking annoying little young streamer pricks. You're like, this shit is death. Like, get off my screen.
Sucks.
Yeah. But the gameplay is fucking Borderlands, so it's not bad. I mean, I'm there for it. That's why I said like it'd be way better if it was actually like written well. But I don't know. It was fun. We played it. I was playing Death Must Die. That game's great. It's like Vampire Survivors, but a lot more active.
Right.
Rain 2 is amazing.
Yep.
The last game I was playing on the New Year.
Hmm.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of games recently, man. I've just been playing a lot of League. Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst.
On a completely different note, I guess. Well, kind of related. Did you see that fucking clip of Leffen getting real pissed off after he lost at Ark World Tournament?
No.
Yeah, so I think he was definitely not in top 5. I don't think. He was definitely not like first, second, or third place. But like he gets up, right, and he looks like fine or whatever, and even the commentators are like, oh yeah, he's taking it like a champ, real graceful. And then he fucking spikes the like venue's headset and drops his fucking hitbox, and he's all pissed. It's like, fuck you, Leffen, I hate you.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate Leffen. I think he deserves it, dude. He deserves to get
just
pissed
saw your
off.
tweet.
Fuck that guy. That legit, when I was walking around Frosty Faustings and I saw Leffen, I'm like, haha, that's funny. Leffen sucks. And then like every other time I saw him, I'm like, man, I don't want to be here since he's here.
Man, you really don't like him,
I don't like
do you?
Leffen. Fuck that guy.
Man, you really hate Leffen. That's funny. That's actually hilarious, dude. That's one of the funniest things you've ever said. Like, I've always liked him because he's kind of a villain. I know he's a pussy. I know he fucking,
Yeah.
cannot lose. I know he cannot lose. Like, he cannot lose graciously. He will never, ever, ever, like, lose in defeat and just take it on the chin. Even if he does, he's still pissed, like you said.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
And like,
But he's also, like, legendary for the Smash scene. You know it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. He was good.
He was good. Keyword was.
He's washed.
He is.
He's fucking washed, dude.
He actually is. Like, sorry, I mean, but if Mango's still placing and shit, then you're obviously doing something wrong,
Yeah,
buddy.
and fucking Mango's like 90%
Goated.
drunk all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If he can be like blasted and still place high, and you're like, come on.
Bro, that's the GOAT right there, I'm telling you.
Mango's
He's
awesome.
seriously, he's an American fucking treasure, dude. What do you think about this Baltimore Bridge shit?
Oh, that's a big ass ship, man. That was big. That was a big fucking ship.
It's a big fucking bridge, Pete.
Yeah.
I was real sketched out when I saw that, man, because when I was driving to Louisville, there's a giant bridge over the fucking whatever river is right there next by that city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like long as fuck. Like you're on it for like 2 miles.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or so, like maybe not, but it felt like it.
It's just wild that like they didn't have.
But I was just thinking about that. What I meant, like, you know, like I was on that, and it's like I didn't think about that when I was driving on it. You know, I didn't think like, what if this just collapsed and fell and I just died right now? Like, you know, those workers weren't thinking that.
Yeah.
You know, when they're like on there, because there was construction workers that died. That shit is terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that thing.
No, that shit is terrifying.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
To think about. No.
It sucks.
Yeah, so it was especially weird to me because I had literally just gotten right off that bridge.
Yeah. It sucks
Weird me out.
that, like, I guess they didn't have some of the normal safety stuff on it, but, like, also, that's just kind of a freak accident.
Well, so that ship had just left port. It was 37 minutes into, like, a 40-day trek. What?
Yeah.
And it's a boat made by Hyundai. So, like, reputable engineering company.
Mhm.
Boat has made other journeys. What was the safety issue that, you know, started making the boat? Because on the video, if you watch the extended video, it loses power like 2 times.
Yeah, apparently
Oh.
it was doing that, like, all night.
Right, so why'd they even leave port?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That shit's fucking crazy,
Maybe
dude.
it's probably just some, like, shipping and time and stuff like that I just don't know anything about.
No, it's literally bottom dollar. It's literally about profit. Like, hey, if you don't get this fucking boat in the water right now, we're gonna lose all this fucking money, dude. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You know that's what they were thinking while they're over there testing. They're like, okay, figure it out on the fucking water, dude. Get the fuck out of this port. I got boats coming in.
Yeah.
That's how I have a friend, a coworker, Jeremy. He was an air traffic controller for a army base.
Whoa.
And yeah, and he said that literally was more important half the time than like the safety shit. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, he literally said like, you know, they'd be just like, yeah, get him out, go, 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 go. You know, we
Yeah.
got planes coming in, we got shit to do.
I get
Like-
that though, because everything's got to be moving. Everything has to be on time. If one of the fucking gears gets locked, the whole thing falls apart.
No, literally, it's like it's a structural thing, you know, like there's nothing you can really do, but
Mhm.
it's crazy the like lapses in safety and kind of like, you know, like kind of the just corners that get cut for money, you know, for profit to make sure they stay on schedule and all that shit is scary.
Yeah.
It's like all the shit with Boeing right now, man. It's crazy. Did you see they announced they're shaking up their leadership at the end of the year?
I don't think so. I
So
didn't see that.
So the CEO of Boeing is going to step down at the end of the year, right?
Oh, I saw that.
There's going to be other leadership that gets changed too, but that's a year away.
Yeah.
It's March.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then like
so I don't know.
they're all hopping out of there on golden parachutes too. They're gonna get fucking huge money.
For sure. For sure. That's what's happened so many times over the years with this company already.
Didn't they like
And
lobby to like not not have to go through the same safety stuff that other ones do?
I'm absolutely sure they did, and I don't know anything about it, and I will take whatever you just said at completely face value and just say yes, because that's what they do.
I saw something
Yep.
like that a few years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then, you know, and they'll just say, they'll just get a government fucking buyout, like the
Yep.
housing market. They'll just,
Yeah.
they'll just say, well, we're dealing with, record losses because of productivity issues. It's like, you guys made the fucking productivity issues.
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. That bridge shit though in Baltimore, that's gonna change travel all around that area for like Washington
Oh,
D.C. and all
God.
that shit.
Yeah.
Forever. Like now that whole shit is going to be fucked.
Yeah. How long is it gonna take to build that shit again?
The reason that's like one of the major thoroughfares through Baltimore because you like skip all the traffic downtown.
Mhm.
So you kind of like go around, and it also goes from like Washington D.C. to all these places. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's a pretty big fucking deal.
Yeah.
It's not like just some bridge, it's like the major bridge in
Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland. Like if you're driving,
Huge.
commuting, nuts.
Huge bridge.
Sucks. Huge bridge. That's a band name, bro.
Oh, really?
Damn. No, but it could be. Be hard as fuck. Huge bridge. I'm coming out like. Gun, 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 gun.
I wonder if there's ferries across the river.
Yeah, but I don't think people use them like logistically. Like I don't think that you could like take a ferry to work.
I only
Like I don't think it would. Like I don't think it would be like practical to be like, oh, the bridge is out. I could wake up an hour early and take the ferry instead of your car. Like it's probably expensive and shit.
Well,
like
yeah. The only reason I said that is because
sorry.
whenever I visit Chels in Canada, instead of if we're just like bussing, we just take the ferry to the city instead. We just go down to the ferry terminal and then hop on one of them.
And they also have actual transportation though.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of comical how bad it is here.
Yeah.
Like, there's buses that run and shit, but they're all ass.
You ever hear this YouTube channel called Not Just Bikes? I think it's called.
Just bike.
I think that's what it's called. Not Just Bikes. It's just a whole YouTube channel about this guy talking about public transportation. He either talks about how shitty it is, or just goes around to different cities to like talk about how easy they are to walk around. Yeah, there it is. Not Just Bikes. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, we need better public transportation.
New Fire Emblem Heroes news. Yippee! They just showed off a new emblem hero, Emblem Ike. This is the first time that which is kind of crazy, honestly, that we have base Radiant Dawn hero Ike in the game. Because we've only had Ranger Ike, which is his default look in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and
Yeah, the good one.
and then we've had Vanguard Ike, which is his promoted class from Radiant Dawn. So now that we have Super Smash Bros. 4 Ike, is what the general public would know him as, we just need one more, which is Lord Ike, which is his promotion from Path of Radiance. So it's cool to see him here. He seems...
Wow.
He seems pretty good. I don't know if I'll have enough orbs to get him, but it'd be cool to have.
Wow, that's amazing. That's how I feel about the Yone skin.
The new Yone skin that got announced. It's Peacemaker High Noon Yone. And it's like, so I have the High Noon one. He's like a cowboy. And he's like flipping guns and shit, and it's real cool. But League does this thing, right? Where they design a skin. And they're like, alright, that's sick. Now take that skin that you just designed, right? And make it lame and basic and shitty. And then when you do that, right? When you do that, then release the basic shitty one as the normal skin. So everyone will be like, oh, that's pretty dope. And then you release the real skin, first one, as a prestige mega skin. And the only way you can get the prestige mega skin is by farming for the orbs that you get through this event, right?
Yep.
So you have to like play every day and bust your ass to get this fucking skin with the coins. But if you want to buy it, let me see how much it is. It's a hilarious amount.
It's like $15.
Oh, no. Okay, so see, I got lucky the last time there was a prestige skin. So, okay, this is another thing. This is another layer to their bullshit, right? So say that there's the event going on, and the prestige skin you can only buy with the coins that you get from playing in the event. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Well, there will be two skins. There will be a mythic variant, not the fucking just the prestige one. The prestige one's like the golden variant.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a mythic variant, and the mythic variant you get from capsules only. So you have to like gamble for it.
Yep.
But there's a guaranteed if you buy like 30 capsules.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it is literally fucking $200 or something for 30. I mean, it is comical
What the fuck?
what they're doing.
What the fuck? You think they're gonna do this shit in the fighting game?
Not that badly, but yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
Not that badly, but yes. What's a good thing though about the Riot fighting game is if they release it with Riot Vanguard already, then there will be like no scripting. Because there is scripting in Tekken. I will not fucking hear it. There 1,000,000% is. The game's already bullshit. You know, the game already has the most amount of fucking evasive, overwhelming, positive bullshit than any Tekken game, right? Has the most of it. And on top of that, people script. I'm telling you. I will not get off this hill.
So what do you mean by script?
I'm not saying it happens to me. I'm not saying that that's the only reason I lose. I'm saying I see Main Man and fucking Medusa and all these streamers that are playing Tekken 8. And they'll go against someone that is just auto-blocking every low.
Oh, okay.
Auto-parrying every low. You hit me with a move, my character auto-hits you with the fucking punish for that 12-frame move. And then I get a full combo.
Okay.
And it's to the extent where you'll be watching Main Man, and he'll be going against a Kazuya, and the Kazuya will hit multiple down forward 2 perfect electrics in the same game. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Like, he's the best Kazuya I know off Dome. He can't even do that shit. Like, he's not getting down forward 2 perfect electric every time off reaction. Especially not off reaction. And motherfuckers on Tekken 8, they just do it. Like, I see it all the time. Medusa, I love him. He's a Kazuya player. Fuck, man. I love him. His Kazuya player is awesome, but he rages so hard the game because it happens to him so often. I think people try and stream snipe him to do it.
but still, imagine trying to play the game against that and somebody just doing everything perfectly.
Yeah. I haven't. I don't think I've ever encountered a cheater or a bot in any fighting game I've ever played. And I don't know, maybe it's because like the fighting games I play aren't like worldwide phenomenons. And it's
That's probably, yeah.
even in Street Fighter 6, one of the things that you can do to see if somebody's drive impact like cheating is you just jump in the air and hit the drive impact button, because you won't do that. You'll just do an aerial normal. And if they like do a DI every single time you jump and do that, then they're fucking cheating. And that's the easiest way to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Shit like that. Exactly.
I mean, I've fought people who like wiggle the Ethernet cord though.
They'd be wiggling.
I think I've fought a few lag switch people, which is crazy that even in 2024 people are still doing that. I just think that's crazy.
Well, I mean,
That just
yeah.
that just feels like a 2006 thing. I don't know.
Well, that's why I meant. That's what I meant. My point saying that about the Riot fighting game is because if it comes out with Vanguard and you just can't cheat, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Man, they got a lot of characters to pick from in that. And I can't even tell how, like, I can't look at all the League characters. I don't think there's like an easy way to just like click on the character, because every list that I've seen has just been like the tiny little like icons, and then you have to like click through the wiki to actually find a fucking picture of the guy, and it's like there's like fucking 200 of these dudes. I don't have the time to look through all these. And I mean, you can say the same thing about Grand Blue as well. That game's been around for, I think, about 10 years now, which I thought it was around for longer. And, you know, being a gacha game, there's not much work to do. You just make a few character panels and then a sprite, and it's like you've got fucking 1,000 characters right there.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And that's, I mean, League's kind of same.
Yeah. Well, League, you got fucking 3D models. That's a lot more work.
True.
But then
They're smaller, but true. You're right.
it's like they have like what, one map that they've used for like 30 years.
That's the game though.
Yeah. So like they don't have to do anything
Nobody
else.
wants to fucking like have that be part of the meta.
Yeah.
You know, like, which rift are we playing on? I would kill myself.
Well, and I think that that's what makes it easier to focus on other things in the game. You don't have to update that map ever. There's like,
Well, actually, you know what's crazy is they actually did this year. So after however long they changed it, they changed all the objectives, like all the stuff you would do throughout the game as the game progresses now kind of behaves a little different. Gives you like early game you'd have no buff where the Rift Herald was, which is like the thing that like charges a tower. I don't know if you don't play League, you don't fucking know what it is, but it doesn't matter. Basically, like now instead of before the Rift Herald would only spawn at like 15 minutes. Yeah. Now at like 8 minutes, these things called Void Grubs start spawning there, and if you kill all the Void Grubs, then you get like a bonus when you're taking a tower. Like when you're deleting a tower, they start spawning and they like help you take it faster. And bro, if you get all 6 of them and you're like steamrolling, it'll help you delete the fucking tower like immediately. Like it's a meaningful buff. So now you're playing around like different shit, and they changed the way the map's laid out a little bit in each lane. They made it each a little like wider and stuff. So it's better for sure. They definitely made some wanted changes. You know, people were like worried at first, and then after it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Well, that's good. Did you see the fucking, oh god, the Marvel fucking hero shooter that got announced?
Yep, I did.
I didn't.
I don't know if I don't know if it'll be cool, but it definitely looks intriguing.
I didn't really watch anything of it. I was just like, oh, well, you guys are a little late, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but people still want that shit.
Yeah. I wonder how good it'll do. There was actually a Gundam one too a few years ago. I don't know if it's still up.
Yeah, and it had a pretty high player count at first. People liked it for probably 6 months.
Yeah.
And there's so many fucking games.
Yeah. Oh. I'm thinking about. Oh, did I tell you I cut my thumb recently?
Nope.
So, Mom made brownies, and you know how brownies will like stick to the edge of the fucking pan?
Yeah.
So I was
The good way though, like when they're crispy.
yeah. So I was trying to cut out a brownie from that, and there was a fork in the pan. But I thought, oh well, I'm already holding the knife. I think I can just like, rip this thing off with the knife, right? And then it fucking like, I'm like really like, like real doing it, and then it just fucking sliced my fucking thumb right on the knuckle.
Hmm.
And then I bled out everywhere, and I almost passed out. But I'm okay, and it's it's healed up pretty nicely.
Yeah, I have this cut on my elbow right now from when I caught somebody stage diving and they had a fucking zipper on their vest. And it literally ripped a chunk out of my skin.
Oh fuck!
It hurts so fucking
Oh
bad.
my god!
It also bled like
I
fuck too.
bet.
Like I had a sanction hoodie on the next day and I was so worried I was gonna get a big stain of fucking blood inside of it, and I luckily didn't. I literally I woke up at the hotel the next morning, had blood on the fucking sheets and shit.
Oh no, that's so gross.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Oh man.
It still hurts. It's like bruised too. It's like one of those cuts that's like bruised all the way around
Ooh,
it.
yeah, so it like hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad. Right on my elbow.
Yeah. Dope.
And I can't clear my throat, man. You about done? You about wrapped up?
Oh yeah, I can't really think of anything else right now.
I can't either. I feel boring.
All right, well, I guess that's it then. Hey, thanks for coming on.
W mans. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for listening to me diatribe about my bullshit.
I've been planning on doing this for like 6 months, it seems.
Been fucking way too fucking long, man. I've just been going through a lot.
Yeah, but I hope things get better. And
Everything's amazing.
we're out here.
You know we out here.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.